think this is one thing that we need to be realistic about, to say in as much as Father's Day is a pandemic, women are actually enablers of fathers being the way that they are. You can't love a man more than your child, to a point where a man can rape your child, and then after raping your child, you still protect this man, you go take the child to go have an abortion. These kids are broken kids because women are contributing towards kids being broken.
I have a lot of dirt. This isn't even any dirt. This is trying to set the record straight and saying, please leave us alone. Please leave us alone.
One thing that a lot of people don't understand is that once you get involved with an abusive person and you have kids with an abusive person, if this person is always going to be in the life of your kids, the same abuse that you endured or the same abuse that you suffered, your kids with that person are going to suffer the same abuse. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self Love. If you're joining in for the first time, welcome to the family. Please hit that subscribe button, like, comment and share. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the continuous love and support that you are showing me. Big shout out to those who are signing up for membership. Guys, thank you so much. You really are contributing towards the growth of my channel, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Today we want to talk about this global pandemic called Father's Day. This is after I saw a lot of videos trending of Kimora Lee Simmons, Russel Simmons, and Aoki Lee Simmons. You know, it's a pandemic. Guys, Father's Day is a pandemic. Just 2 days ago, we did a live where the topic was, is Father's Day a trigger or a celebration for you? And I'm telling you, that live felt like a memorial service. I'm gonna leave a link to that live in the description box down below so that you can go and check it out for yourself, because it was quite sad. I was lost for words half of the time because of the stuff that kids have to go through, and the fact that, you know, now we are adults and we're able to speak openly about the stuff that we're going through. It doesn't make it any better, because at the end of the day, we are still going through things as kids. So just yesterday there were trending videos about Aoki. You know, it started with Aoki posting her mother, Kimora Lee Simmons, saying happy Father's Day. You know, shout out to her mother for stepping up as a father. And did Russel Simmons not respond, you know, accusing Kimora of just poisoning the kids and all that stuff? And it went as far as Kimora also having to respond via a live on Instagram, and also Aoki responding on the live, you know. And it was quite sad to watch the child just cheering up, the mother just cheering up. And when you think about it, Kimora was quite young when she was in a relationship with Russell, you know. And you know how it is with a lot of pedophiles. I'm not even accusing him of being a pedo, but I'm just saying that a lot of pedophiles really want to groom the person that they want to get married to so that they can control them. And come to think of it, somebody who is like that is sick in the mind. And once you grow up and you run away, I actually did a video about this in the past to say that people who actually don't want to date their age mates but want to go for kids are pedophiles, because they want people that they can control. But eventually these kids do grow up, and when they do grow up, they can't control them anymore, you know. And for that reason, I feel like maybe it did contribute towards them having to divorce at the end of the day, because once Kimora was now old enough to say, listen, I have a mind of my own, you don't have to control me anymore, you can't tell me what to do, she then had to bounce, right? But one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that once you get involved with an abusive person and you have kids with an abusive person, to a certain degree, if this person is always going to be in the life of your kids, the same abuse that you endured or the same abuse that you suffered, your kids with that person are going to suffer the same abuse. So I feel like it's the same thing that is happening with Kimora, Russell's, and the kids. Let's just go watch this video, the whole of it, because I just combined everything together about what actually happened, and then we're going to come back with the rest of the commentary. So this was posted on Kimora Lee's story on Instagram. I'm sorry to have to do this, but this man has been threatening my kids' lives. I'm hearing so much more now. We won't be bullied, threatened, or afraid. Who gives a fuck? On the next story, this man is screaming and shouting at this child. Like literally, you can see that this man is just going off at the child. And I feel like it's so sad that if you're going to be shouting like this at a child who can't shout back at you, then what are you doing? So on the next story, this is just a message which came from the child, which she was sending to her dad just to express how he's making her feel and asking him to stop behaving the way that he's behaving. And, you know, I think it's quite sad that with everything that this child or the children have been through with their dad, they still love him, you know. And I feel like them being able to express themselves doesn't really make a difference to this man, because if they've been doing like this over the years and they've been expressing themselves over the years, but he hasn't changed, I suppose he was just waiting for the day where all these things are just going to blow up, because literally he's been getting away with doing things like this, like abusing, like literally you can tell that this child is frightened by this man, and the way he's screaming, it's not the first time he's doing it. This is quite sad. On the next story, Aoki just expresses how she has always been there for her dad and always supported him as a daughter, and she has always been in his corner. And there's only so much that she can do. I mean, what do you expect from a child? Do you really expect a child to carry you that far? But yeah, you can tell that, you know what, the kid is trying. The kid has tried. The kid also has feelings. Her mental well-being is being, compromised, and she snapped. And also, with her having acknowledged her mother on Father's Day, she still sent a happy Father's Day message to her dad, I mean, why should I be bothered if my kids are going to say happy Mother's Day to me and to their father? Because at least I'm doing my part. If they feel like their father is doing something as well, they can go ahead and say happy Father's Day to him, But yeah, I guess different strokes for different folks. You see the way that Kimora is speaking right now, you can tell that this comes from somebody that, when you have dated somebody at a young age who was way older than you, you were not able to speak the way that you are able to speak right now, because now your kids are old, you have to defend your kids. And if this means that you have to play dirty, then you have to play dirty. At this point, I feel like, what, I'm not even going to blame Kimora. But yeah, let's just watch the rest of the things that were posted and then we'll get into it. And also being threatened by your own father that you will not work ever again. You are going to ruin them. How do you ruin your own kids? But anyway, this is the last of the posts. And then now we're going to get into the videos of the live recordings.
I have a lot of dirt. This isn't even any dirt. This is trying to set the record straight and saying, please leave us alone. Please leave us alone. But if you want dirt, we got that too. We don't want to do that, and the kids don't want us to do that. We choose to take the high road. What do they say? When they go high, when they go low, we go high. But in this case,
no, I go to hell.
Yeah, we're going low.
I'm going to hell.
Yeah, we're going a little low today.
I'm going to hell.
But I didn't even give up all the tea. I didn't even give up no tea. So if you want some more tea, come on back to the tea factory, okay?
So I can go to hell.
Right, so we can go to hell. Mm-hmm. And they say Yoki's crying. Go see where Yoki is.
And then really he suddenly just decided that, like, if we don't agree, it's, oh, you're all bitches like your mother, I hate you, all these fucking bitches are the same. Oh my, I mean, he's just a different person. Like, he has, like, looked me in the eye, and I've been like, I need help. I was in Greece doing the camp, and I was like, you cut off my debit card. I only got, like, couple $100 a month as a minor. And I was like, I'm in a foreign country, and my debit card won't work. I can't even add money to it. Can you help me? And he was just like, no, I sure hope that you don't die on the streets of Thessaloniki. And I was like, no, like, I'm really stranded out here. I need help. And he's like, well, maybe you should ask your mother not to sue me. And I'm like, you're suing her. And he's like, well, maybe when you bitches decide you're gonna, like, be reasonable, I'll help you. And I'm like, this is unsafe. It's nighttime. What? You cut me off out of nowhere. And he did it, like, on purpose. He was like, oh, enjoy camp. I put, like, you're good to go. I put money on your card. And then he cut it off when I landed. So I'd be stranded. My mom helped me. It was fine. Worse things have happened. I'm just saying, he'll, like, look me in the eye and be like, well, maybe when you bitches decide to, like, threatening me. So I felt that was important to include, because if we do continue to get into it, and some of the things that I post are going to look crazy, and I agree, they're crazy. And it would honestly make me feel better if something was severely wrong, because this is just not the father that I know, or the father that I've had. You know, like, to this day, I would never let a man talk any kind of way to me, because my dad was always good to me, and then he just completely changed. So, I just wanted to include that it could be that, and I don't know his mental situation, but like, he used to do kind of crazy stuff, and then say he had COVID, so we'd all call him, or if we'd say, hey, I need some space, because all you do is tell me how awful I am, and how I have my mom's awful, shitty bitch ass. Also, speak out against him, without him messing up my job. No, but I know it's gonna start more drama, but it's been years. All that money, they're crying about nothing. Russel Simmons doesn't give me any money. Smoothie. And you're saying this starts more drama, but it's been years. I've been in the drama for years, since I was like 15. So yeah, maybe it feels like more drama now, but I've tried, and I just don't think it's fair that I have to be quiet, and I can't say it. It's ruining my job, and I don't get to have a career, because it's not fair. All he does is post crazy, out of control stuff, and we all just say like, God, like, if I respond, it's gonna be worse. If I respond, it's gonna be worse.
I am so defeated, guys, because for me, I honestly felt like this was a South African thing or an African thing, but to realize that it's actually like a global pandemic, this whole Father's Day, deadbeat dads, and just people being assholes. It's a problem. It's a global problem. And I would just imagine the type of abuse and tongue lash that Kimora was facing when they were still married, considering the fact that she was way younger than this man. She's like 17 years younger than this man, you know? And for him to now come and play victim, how long were you thinking you were going to come and play victim? Because the kids are going to grow up. The kids can actually see what is going on. Because I always say that you don't have to poison your kids about how much their father is a douchebag, if he really is a douchebag. Because it could be possible that he can be a douchebag to you as a partner, but still be a good dad to his kid. So it's better you let the kids see for themselves the type of person that their father is. And in this case, regardless of whether the kids were being poisoned or not, are you present as a father? Are you there as a father? So if you are not there, if you're going to be calling your kids names, if you're going to be screaming and shouting at your kids like that, it says a lot about you as an individual. I mean, this is not on Kimora. This is definitely on you, Russel, you know? And this goes out to all the fathers out there who are just absent, who are just making excuses, who just feel like the world owes them everything. And honestly speaking, I feel like women do cover up a lot of crap. I feel like if this woman was to come out and say all the things that she's been through, all the things that she has faced, it's going to be a hot mess, you know, it's going to be a hot mess. Like right here in South Africa, there's also a lady by the name of Dr. Winnie Mashara. She's a gospel artist, a multiple award-winning gospel artist, very, very talented, who posted on Facebook on Father's Day, giving a shout out to the mothers who are raising their kids by themselves. Did she not get a tongue lash? Did she not get a tongue lash? And for me, I feel like, you know what? The amount of time that you are wasting as a Cinderella trying to attack women who are doing it by themselves, by calling you out if you're not doing anything, why don't you use that time to do better? You know, because obviously if you are bothered by somebody who's acknowledging women who are doing it by themselves, you have a problem. It's a you problem. You need to sort that out. I think on Mother's Day, I saw one post of a guy who was saying Happy Mother's Day and Father's Day to myself, because ever since my wife passed away, I'm the only person who is here. I'm the only person who's been taking care of my kids. I don't remember that guy being attacked. I don't remember anybody saying you are a bitter man. This is not your day. Wait for Father's Day. No, everybody was saying, wow, you're such a good guy. God bless you. God give you strength. Some women were even ready to be stepmothers to those kids. But let a woman say Happy Father's Day to me on Father's Day because I'm doing it by myself. Oh, you like attention, you are bitter. Baby mamas are bitter, they are this, they are that. But kids grow up. And like, there's nowhere to run now, you know. As a guy who's a deadbeat, I would say to you, just fix your ways, fix your things with your kids. Because there's nowhere to run, you know. Our grandfathers had a place to run because then nobody was saying anything. Then speaking was a taboo. But in this day and age, you're going to be a deadbeat dad. You're going to be an abusive dad towards your kids and you think you're going to get away with it. It's not going to happen. That's not how it works, you know. And I'm just saying a big shout out to Kimora and every other woman out there who's raising kids by themselves, doing everything for the kids. And I'm saying to you women, please protect your kids with all your might. So check the link that I've put down there and check the things that people were saying in that live. You know, women go as far as protecting men who are abusive towards their kids. They go as far as abandoning their kids for the sake of these men, you know, because it's not only men who, I think this is one thing that we need to be realistic about, to say in as much as Father's Day is a pandemic that we are always crying about men, women are actually enablers of fathers being the way that they are. From women who are keeping other people's fathers away from their kids because you get the man, you don't want him to have relationships with your kids, to a woman who is protecting a man who is abusing your child. And as much as you love this man, but you can't love a man more than your child, to a point where a man can rape your child, and then after raping your child, you still protect this man, you go take the child to go have an abortion. These kids are broken kids because women are contributing towards kids being broken. So women need to stop, okay? In as much as it's a pandemic, men are doing these things, but who is enabling men and supporting men in this behavior that they're doing? In most cases, it is us women. We are the ones who are actually supporting this nonsense as long as it's favoring us. Because for some reason, for as long as we still think that when you get the man, you got the prize and you are better than other women, I'm telling you, we're still going to cry. Because the same man who's a deadbeat to somebody else and he's a good father to your kids, tomorrow, your kids are going to be crying the same way. There are 5 kids out there who are crying, who are broken because they have a deadbeat, and that deadbeat is your man. And the reason why he will continue being a deadbeat is because you support that nonsense. Can we not support nonsense, guys? The fact that, what will my kids eat if I get this man arrested? You are raising broken kids. You might as well just kill those kids then. If you're gonna raise kids that are so broken because you wanna keep this man and he's gonna keep breaking them even more, that is just so sad. But at the end of the day, I say if we protect our kids, if we don't enable the abuse that our kids are facing, if we don't enable the abuse that other kids have to face because of the men that are in our lives, I think this world will become a better place. And I'm just saying big shout out to Kimora. And also I need to say this to all the fathers out there who are doing a great job raising their kids, just stepping up and being there, because I know a lot of them, my dad included. Big shout out to you guys. Please keep being an example, you know, because I know that we always say that a father does not have to be thanked or whatever. There's nothing special you are doing. You are a father. It is your child. Why don't mothers get that big shout out? But I really feel like, you know what, it is a thing. You know, we need to appreciate people who are really doing the work because they're leading the example, and hoping that things will get better and people will just step up and do better, because wow, what the hell? But anyway, that is all that I have to say today regarding the whole thing of Father's Day being a pandemic, and why I don't know if Father's Day should be. For some reason, day by day, I'm starting to agree with the people who are saying Father's Day should just be cancelled. I don't know what day should be. I don't know, man. I'm so in between, because I know good dads, but the amount of drama that Father's Day comes with, and the pain and the triggers that it comes with, all of this would just be avoided if we just sleep on one day, one Sunday in June. We just sleep, wake up the next morning and continue as if nothing happened. Because wow, I am so disappointed at this global pandemic. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for joining in. I'll see you on the next upload.